This one thing could affect your life forever. And that is who you think you are. As a child, I was um, always corrected. You might have heard this in some of my other videos, but this has just come to light in my life this morning, and I really want to share it with you because I really want it to help you. But as a child, I was always corrected. I wouldn't say in a mean way or yelled at, but constantly corrected by my mom, by my dad's stepdad, by my grandmother. And so that was my perception, okay? That was my perception. And in that perception, I always thought I was a disappointment. I thought I disappointed them in everything. So in life, what that brought me was more people to disappoint. I brought in people that needed to be, I don't know, but let me explain to you. I also was a huge people pleaser. So I didn't want people to be disappointed in me. This stuff is all underlying. It was stuck in my soul, and it stuck in my heart. And remember, it says in the Bible to guard your heart with all diligence. Yeah. So this is where I'm getting free, is in disappointment. I am totally disappointed in myself. I was for many years. And in this change of life I'm having, that I have to go back into my first 7 years of my life, and maybe even 12 years of my life, and I have to forgive that little child who thought he was a disappointment. Our personalities are formed in the first 7 years. And in that, your identity is formed then, and in that, you act out or create a life that you believe who you think you are. When I was people pleasing so much, it was because I thought I was a disappointment, or going to be a disappointment. So I always had to have people around me happy. If you weren't happy, I wasn't happy. Now that sounds pretty good, but really there's a drive behind it that's unhealthy. Now, the way I found this out was through my quiet meditation time, talking to my higher self, talking to God, talking to the Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call the Spirit there. But it was my guide into getting free from disappointment. Now, am I completely free? Probably not. I don't know. I'm still working on it. But there was one thing I did today that really, truly helped me. And what I did was I wrote a letter to my younger self. You see, when I was about 12, or I don't know quite how old I was, but there was some traumatic stuff that happened in my life. And maybe it wouldn't be traumatic to you. It wouldn't be traumatic to my friend over here or over there, or to you, but it was traumatic to me. So your perception of it has to be, my perception was traumatic. So I had to go back and I had to forgive that younger self, that little boy who messed up. And in that writing of that letter to him, he spoke back to me. And he explained to me what was going on at that time of my life. Sounds weird, right? But can I tell you, it set me free. So in that meditation time this morning, I had my mother came to me, and my grandmother came to me, and my dad came to me, and they all asked for forgiveness for all that they did while they're here on earth. And if that didn't break me, wow. You see, your formative years, your first 7 years of your life sets the pattern for who you could be. Let's see who you are, because that can change. But in that letter this morning I wrote out, they spoke to me. They all spoke to me. And your loved ones want to speak to you. They want you to forgive them for the way your life was formed, if they're passed away, that is. If they're still alive today, you might want to go to them. I don't know. They might be caustic people and you don't want to deal with them. I understand that. But my mom and my grandmother and my dad didn't know. They were introducing their goals and their views on me, and they were always correcting me. So I perceived it as they weren't happy with me. Do you see that? We all treat our children a certain way. But if our children don't know that they're accepted and loved, which I wasn't told that much as a child. My mom was probably the most accepting because I told her some stuff. Like when I was 9 years old, I tried cigarettes. And it was a Saturday. I spent the night at my friend Mike Gordon's house. And we had a buddy in our street. His name was Tony Thibodeau. And he's passed away now. He's probably listening to me right now. But he introduced us all to smoking cigarettes. So one Sunday morning, I had tried a cigarette with Tony Thibodeau. And that cigarette made me feel guilty, blah, 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 blah. So I immediately went home that morning. And my mom was reading the paper. And she had it up in front of her. I couldn't see her face. And she was just sitting there. And I said, Mom, I did something terrible this morning. What'd you do? I said, I tried a cigarette. So she pulled down the paper and she goes, did you enjoy it? I said, no, ma'am. You gonna do it again? No, ma'am. Well, there you go. She put the paper back up in front of her face. That was the first time that I saw grace and love in a situation in my life. It wasn't really even forgiveness. It was just like, hey, it's your life. Go ahead and give it a try. I never really touched a cigarette since. So what I saw in her was that grace, that love. And that was the first time. And I see it in other times in my life as I was growing up. But can I tell you? This morning, she came to me and asked for forgiveness for the way she raised me. And the way my grandmother there, I saw them there arm in arm. Like hands on shoulders, and they're saying it together to me, saying sorry. Because we now know the truth about how we affected people when we were over there with you. And I could hear my grandmother right now. She's amazing. The most eloquent woman you thought she was. Anyway, they asked for forgiveness this morning. It changed me. It brought me to tears. See, this is what they, on the other side, what your loved ones want you to hear. They want you to know that they're there for you. They want you to know that they're always with you. They're always with you. Your loved ones are always with you, especially the female side of your family. Your mother, your great-grandmothers, whatever, they're helping you get on with life. I talk to a lot of people that have passed on every morning. Yeah. Like I said in my last past video, I talked to Marie. She's a friend I had from my past. She died of an overdose. I have Steve Hogan. I believe Steve Hogan has guided me into better business practices with my business, helping me and directing me. I have Jimmy. Jimmy was an older man in my ministry. He passed on from COPD in his sleep, but he loved me. He demonstrated the love that I never saw in a friend, I guess. I don't know. But he just was dedicated to helping me. He was with me for about 8 years. I talk to a lot of people every morning, and they're always with you. The people that loved you are always following you around. They're always with you. And I've said before that I can hear them on the walls. Me and Joanne believe that Tara, our daughter, my stepdaughter, her daughter, who passed away from addiction, is with us all the time. So can I tell you, your loved ones are with you. They want to help you through this. They want you to know that any traumas you've had from your past are there to be forgiven by them, for you. We all commingle together all the time. They're there for a reason. They're crazy in love with you. They're on the other side and they know the truth. They know the truth about hell, and they know the truth about heaven. They know the truth about everything when you're over there. And can I tell you something? One of the coolest things that I've brought resolution in my life is that's our home. We're just visiting here. Because you know they say at all the funerals and in a lot of churches, they say it's a homecoming. So they're going home. So can I ask you, why would God make a place where he could send you if you didn't love him, but it's not your home? You know what I'm talking about. See, you got to think of that in your brain. You got to sort that one out, because that's a crazy one. Why would a loving God create a place of everlasting torment where you burn forever, and you are going home? You're supposed to be going home and not there. Why would that change now? Anyway, I'm going to get crazy on you there. I don't want to. But if you're an evangelical Christian today, you need to rethink your thoughts. And you need to rethink what you think about the other side. And about mediums. Mediums are wonderful people that want to help you talk to your loved ones, that want to talk to you. If you can't hear them, they will help you hear them. And they are compassionate people, mediums. They are loving people. They're not from the devil. They are there to help you. So if you know a good medium in your life, sort them out. Talk to them. If you don't believe in mediums, you will. Anyway, I love you. I hope this 10 minutes has helped your life today. I know it was amazing talking to my mom almost every morning, but today was special, you know? I love you guys. Subscribe, like, and do all that kind of stuff. Follow whatever platform this is you're seeing this on. Come join the family. Come hang out. Get some relief from grief today. And that's what mediums will help you do. Get relief from grief, because your loved ones are always around you. You may not think I didn't think they were either. I thought they were in heaven enjoying a new life or whatever, but no, they're with you every freaking day. And it's amazing. Well, I just felt the lift of me being a disappointment this morning was so gratifying. I thought I'd share it with you. And I hope that you know that you're not a disappointment, that you're loved, that you are an accomplishment in life. You are blessed. You're awesome. And if your people in your life don't let you know that, I'll let you know that. I'll let you know that you're amazing. Anyway, enough of my rambling. I love you. Have a great day.